Welcome to Casting Faith Ministries. I'm Gary Smith. Are you ever troubled with doubt? When you begin to doubt, did you notice that fear was attached to the coattails of that doubt? Doubt always begins with something that you can't grasp or something you can't understand or control. But then your thoughts begin to spin around in your mind like a Category 5 tornado. And your peace of mind is gone, as the only thing that you can think of is how to fix what you don't even understand. What are the consequences of this type of thinking? Well, you will find yourself doubting everything that you do, as well as doubting everything that someone else does, and nothing ever seems to go right. And your joy seems to disappear. You may ask why. Well, the answer is because doubt is the opposite of faith. This is the reason that fear is always hanging on the coattail of doubt, as both are diabolically opposed to faith. A doubting mind leads to a fearful mind, which gives way to thoughts which devastate our well-being, leaving us in a state of helplessness and despair. James 1:8 says, "A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways." You may ask, what is a double-minded man? Well, that is a man who says that he has faith. But the first time that trouble comes along, he's doubting. Sad to say, but we're living during a pandemic of doubt and fear in this nation. God delights, though, when his children are joyful. So today, I want to share with you a brief message that I hope will help you control these seemingly uncontrollable fears. There have been many books written on how you can overcome doubt and fear, but Jesus offers hope and a far better way by simply heeding this verse in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7, which says, "Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you." You see, when we keep our eyes on Jesus, when they're fixed on him, when they're focused on him, we can accomplish the unthinkable. Doubt and fear are dispelled at the thought of Jesus. Isaiah 26:3 says, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed upon thee." This is a verse that we have had in our home for many, many years. Why? Because we trust in God. Now, think of Peter. Peter was walking on the water. It wasn't until Peter took his eyes off of Jesus and saw the strong wind that he began to sink. You see, the strong wind brought doubt and fear, but they were banished with the outstretched hand of Jesus. Now, I love the 31st verse of Matthew 14, where it says, "And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?" Doubt may bring fear, but remember, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that God can't do. We are told not to fear 331 times in the Bible. Doubt and fear will take you on a sorrowful journey, but faith will bring you peace. We need to breathe deep, as my son would say, and seek God's presence. Then hope lies on the threshold, and our fears are expelled. You see, we must also learn to embrace scriptures like Romans 8:28, where it teaches, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. When Satan attacks, we must always respond in faith, not fear. Earnest faith in God will always overcome fear, no matter what the circumstances may be. Now, there is one other thing we need to consider, and that is we don't need to lose sleep by worrying and fretting over things that we can't control. The majority of our worries never come to fruition. Franklin D. Roosevelt made the statement in 1937, "The only thing that we have to fear is fear itself." I say, fear will kill your spirit long before you ever die, as fear is living outside the sphere of faith. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 says, "For God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and a sound mind." Hebrews 11:6 says, "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For we must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." I want to thank you for listening, and I hope that this has been a blessing to you. May God bless you and cause His sun to shine through you in all that you do for Him. Be a witness.